The Eucharist is very important in my life. Ever since I was a child, I'm an only child. My folks and I lived with my grandparents, my maternal grandparents. So I remember going to church as a kid, daily mass with my grandmother and my grandfather. Went to Catholic school my whole life. So my life has sort of been centered around my Catholic faith, the Eucharist. I was an altar server from third grade till now. I'm still an altar boy. So it certainly is an important aspect. When I was a kid, we'd come home from church and I set up an altar in my room. So I'd have a statue of Mary and Joseph and a crucifix, and then I started to pretend to say Mass. So when my grandfather wasn't looking, he was very religious. He had a little prayer corner. So he had all of his daily missal and statues and everything. So when he wasn't looking, I would go over and take his little St. Joseph's missal, and I'd bring it upstairs and I'd set a table up and I would pretend to say Mass. It's always been a part of me. I guess it's just been innate. The church says it's the source and summit of our lives. For all of the joys, for all the sorrows in my life, the Eucharist has been there to lift me up, to comfort me, to help me, and to stand there on the weekend and say, the body of Christ. And to look into their eyes and know, they just went through the birth of a child. They went through the death of a relative. They just had a wedding. All of these milestones in their lives that you know about, and then you stand there and you say, the body of Christ. And to offer a prayer while you're saying that, and to know that Christ is working through you in their lives. To look at that host, to look into that cup, say, this is my body, this is my blood. To know that Christ is using you, working through you as a means of salvation, to bring about salvation, is incredible.